Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of my Madden 2017 franchise. It is week number 6, and we're taking on the Carolina Panthers. They participated in last year's NFC Championship game, so it should be an interesting game. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'll see you guys at the end of the game.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Panthers are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Vikings, who will be testing that coverage. With that, we head up to Charlotte, where we'll hook up with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis at Bank of America Stadium. Gentlemen.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short, and they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive, and they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
And that's a nice explosive run to get things started there. And there's something about when it's a night game, it seems a little bit more, meaning a little bit broader, a little bit crisper, maybe even the hitting and the contact's a bit more because guys have been waiting all day long to get at each other. And the best coaches that I played for, they handle night games really well, and they're a different animal than day games because you have to wait so long, yet you still have to harness all that intensity and then let it go at the proper time. The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted them to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Complete, he finds Bray. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this, they've got to cover and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
To throw on second down is Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain at 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Now the Auburn alum, Artis Payne, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to
and the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. And now Bridgewater is still down. Looks like he was shaken up there. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. With it is Brown. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And Olsen over the middle. And he's brought down. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Uptown Charlotte after this timeout. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. On first down, it's Newton. That is caught at the 7, and eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Mike Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, we heard it, how heavily they stressed effective goal line offense this week in practice. Pays off there, they punch it in.
Now not only have we heard it, we saw it. All that preparation, and what it means is going back and examining what's been going wrong before. How can you correct it? Maybe it's even changes of personnel, but it paid off in this situation.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Still first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Barkley. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Flowers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dive set.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. From the gun on third down, Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
23 yards on the play.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
The left side caught by Diggs. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Barkley. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I'd love to sit down at some point in our offseason and talk to these defensive coordinators in the red zone. Tight end is obviously a big threat, yet these guys continue to make plays. Is there any other way to stop them?
Apparently not. In the red zone, like you said, that's your guy. They got it to him.
Supreme confidence in going to a playmaker.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm actually surprised they didn't get out of that play. I didn't see anyone pressing the line of scrimmage for the defense.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. And apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They look good in the first half. They'll be looking to carry that momentum over into half number 2.
Finish a game the way you started it. That's typically the message at halftime when things are going well. You've done everything you're expected to do. How about a little bit more of that in the second half? But be aware they may throw something different at you to begin things.
Yeah, 50% of the equation still left to go. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. 2nd down following the run.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, nice move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. The 40. He's at the 30. just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So they're operating in the red zone. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Cameron Bray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Again, Peterson across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence. And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Here's Barkley. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Peterson gets the call running left. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here we go.
Now Barkley. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And there's a flag on the play. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Return team. Automatic first down.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very, very well.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. 3rd down, 15 yards still needed. Third and long, it's Newton. Surveying the field. And that is incomplete. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. So we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time. Newton to Benjamin. 48 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
First down and goal to go from the 7. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now Peterson running right. Oh, spinning away. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be a Minnesota first down. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit
And
it.
he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now McKinnon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here again is McKinnon. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Tolbert. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Newton now to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not you.
Stephon Diggs. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
Automatic first down.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball.
And there you have it, folks. What a game. Coming down to the last play, the Carolina Panthers defeat the Minnesota Vikings 42-35. What a shock. You know, that return there at the end by Diggs, where we had the block in the back flag that brought that back. Maybe I could have attempted to run a little bit further with Treadwell with that 1 second left and seen what would have happened, but what can I say? I guess that's my fault on that one. Maybe I should have attempted and seen what happened. A great game overall, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Cam Newton essentially tore us a new one. 16 for 18 for 368 yards and 5 touchdowns. 88% completion percentage. The big story of the game is Teddy Bridgewater was hurt. He's 0 for 2 to start the game, relieved by Matt Barkley, who was solid. 13 for 17 for 252 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. When we look at rushing yardage, we had Adrian Peterson had 15 carries for 150 yards and a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon had 2 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. McKinnon now back from injury. When we look at the receiving numbers, Diggs 1 for 4. Kenny Stills 1 for 77 and that big touchdown towards the end of the game. Treadwell 1 for 55. Thaleen 1 for 33 and a touchdown. Kyle Rudolph 9 for 89 and a touchdown. We will go ahead and end there and the game there. We'll take a look at the injury report here as well to see what the status of Teddy Bridgewater is. Keep in mind, we just re-signed Bridgewater to a huge deal and then traded Sam Bradford, as I figured Bridgewater was going to be the long-term solution. However, I stand corrected by the looks of it. So let's we'll do the audit. We'll do our upgrade here. Let's go in and take a look and see. Teddy Bridgewater hamstring tear, out for 7 games. Ouch. We're heading into week 7, so he'd be back probably around week 13, week 14 of the season. That's gonna hurt. There also isn't much available for QBs, so we might be going with Matt Barkley. It looks like that trade of Sam Bradford is going to bite us in the ass. I'm going to go ahead and end there. I've got some thinking to do of what we're going to do moving forward now at quarterback. So I will see you guys in the next episode.